Welcome back, folks. It is 6:11 on this fantastic Friday evening. I'm Josephine Sage. Let's jump right into the forecast right now as we take a look outside at America's Mattress Live Tower Cam. We've got these beautiful blue, clear, sunny skies, and that's going to continue with us throughout the rest of this evening and even into the weekend. Only when Sunday rolls around, we do have some more clouds rolling on in for us here on the western slope. Now, our weather headlines are going to show us that we've got temperatures 5 to 15 degrees above those seasonal averages still during these afternoon hours as we get into Saturday, and a closed low is actually going to move on in to settle over the Great Basin, which will in turn give us a little bit of a decrease in temperatures from those warmer ones in the mid 80s and drop us down by about 10 degrees. And not only that, but give us some unsettled weather and wind speeds from 20 to even 40 miles an hour for us here along the western slope and those higher elevation regions. That's where those wind speeds are really going to take an uptick up to that 40-mile-an-hour range through Sunday and that early work week. And this is what I'm talking about. This low pressure trough is going to start to deepen on that southern border of California, that southern border of Nevada as we get into Saturday and even into Sunday, where then it will close on up, bringing Utah, a little bit of some showers through Salt Lake City, and then again for us here on the western slope, pushing into those northern Rockies. But with that in mind, with those heavier wind speeds, we're still in a drought, even though that chance for showers is around the corner. Around that Montrose area, that Four Corners region, and Alamosa, we are in that severe drought. And in those tan, those beige surrounding areas, we are just in that moderate drought. And with all these weather elements combined, that wind, that sunshine, this drought, we do have a red flag warning active. That fire weather warning will continue with us at least until Saturday at 8 p.m. And that's been extended by just about 24 hours, so continuing through those mid-weekend hours. So with that in mind, I mentioned it yesterday and essentially all week this week, but wildfire safety. Don't leave those campfires unattended. Adhere to those burn bans and those warnings. Properly discard of those cigarettes. Keep vehicles and power tools off that dry vegetation, and of course, obey orders from local law officials. Now, currently, still on that warmer side of things, 83 degrees in Grand Junction, 80 in Montrose, those higher elevation regions in those 70s. So on that cooler side of things, and our almanac will show us from even earlier today, we are pushing 10 full degrees above that seasonal average at 86 instead of that typical 76, and that low end of things at 51 instead of that typical 47. And those wind gusts I did mention are on that higher side of things, 41 miles an hour in Moab, 17 in Grand Junction, feeling 25 in Glenwood Springs. And I also want to chat about tonight, down to that cooler side of things in those 50s, and even getting into that sub-freezing range for both Carbondale and Gunnison. That dog walking forecast is going to show us Mr. Harley hanging out with us for tomorrow. We're going to have those peak temperatures just around 84 degrees with those super sunny skies through that 2 to 3 p.m. hour. And please feel free to send me a photo of your pup at jsage@krixtv.com for next week's dog walking forecast. Speaking of the extended forecast, we are looking at a drop of about 10 degrees into Sunday and Monday, and even down into those 60s in Grand Junction for Tuesday and Wednesday. That chance for showers will be 30 to 40% through the early work week. The storm team will continue to track that as those move on in. And Montrose, of course, is a few degrees cooler, even down in those low 60s for the first week of October.